What is going on, everybody? Today we are back, and today I'm actually already sitting to start the video, which never happens anymore, but we're just going to get this one started. I don't know what I need to say. I forgot my lines. So, week number 8 is over. Today is now Wednesday, and it's time for the week 9 predictions. So basically, I'm just going to get started and talk about it during it. And yes, I'm actually watching the election coverage right now because it matters to me, and I care about it. So, let's just get started, and obviously by the time I'm watching this, there's no winner yet. In the Eastern time, well, I'm in Central time because I'm from Minnesota, so it's almost 10 in the morning right now. So, no winner yet, but we'll just have to see what happens. I'm not going to share any opinions or anything because I don't want to start controversies, but I am just saying. Okay, let's just get this one started, and I'm sure you probably don't care, but I can't even vote. I'm only 16, so I can't, but I still care about it. So, first up, we've got, let's just get it started tomorrow night. We've got the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers on Thursday night. So, the Packers took a surprising loss to my Minnesota Vikings this week. I don't even know how the Vikings won. Okay, I actually want to know the truth. Here's the truth. The Packers didn't lose to the Vikings. The Packers lost to Dalvin Cook, which is kind of the truth because they didn't do anything besides Dalvin Cook going off on them. But the Green Bay Packers have no defense. But it doesn't matter when they have no defense, when Jimmy Garoppolo and George Kittle are both going to be out for extended periods of time for San Francisco. And I just realized I forgot to say my camera angle is kind of weird, by the way, because I don't know why it's weird, but I just had to, it's farther back than it used to be. Not as big of a close-up as it used to be anymore, so it's a bit farther back than it was. But between the Packers and Niners, obviously the Niners are missing some key players, and the Packers have no defense whatsoever. But I'm still going to have to go with the Packers. Even without Aaron Jones, I just think that overall, if they can recover from last week's game, the Packers should be a better shaped up team. And I just think that the Packers should be able to take this one over the 49ers. This is our first week in how long? See that from right there down? That's our first week in how long I don't have a single change in mark to the schedule. But, because look at all these different game write-ins and cross-outs, and for the first time in forever, there hasn't been a single change. And there are still some next week, too, or over the next few weeks, there are still some. But, yeah, so let's just move on. We've got the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars next. Texans, who did they even play? Oh, they're on bye. Sorry. Again, I told you, it's like 10 in the morning, okay? I'm tired. Against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they were also on bye. So both teams were on bye. Overall, I think that the firing of Bill O'Brien really did help Houston, and I just think that Minshew Mania is not going to be there, and I just think the Texans should be the team to take this one. So I'm going to have to go with the Houston Texans, but yeah. Next up, we've got a pretty bad game, to be honest. The New York Giants taking on Washington FT. Washington is coming off the bye week also, and the Giants came off a loss on Monday night against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Such a close game. They should have had it, or they could have had it, but the Buccaneers' 2-point conversion defense went clutch. Still a very good game, but I'm going to have to go with the Giants. If the Giants can compete with the Bucs that much, Washington can't do anything. So the Giants should be able to take them. Next up, we've got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Ravens took a loss narrowly this week to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Throwback to everybody when I said the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to win, and I don't think I've picked against them once this season. I've picked for the Steelers every single game this year. But this isn't about the Steelers. This is the Ravens. So the Ravens, I just think that they're not the team again. I mean, they're still good, but they're declining. Taking on the Indianapolis Colts, who took a win against the Detroit Lions last week. I don't know who should win this one. I think that both teams could be able to take it. I am going to have to go with the Baltimore Ravens, but the Colts I think this week they're going to be my underdog team. I just think that the Colts certainly have an opportunity to come back in this game, and I think the Colts can have an opportunity to win this one. But I'm going to go with the Ravens over the Colts for now. Next up, we've got the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Detroit Lions, they lost to the Indianapolis Colts like we just talked about. And the Minnesota Vikings came off a surprising win at the Green Bay Packers. Overall, the Vikings looked like their team they did last year. If they can keep that up again, I think last week's game, that is the game that saved Mike Zimmer's job. If the Minnesota Vikings can play like they did again, they should be able to take this one. And with Kenny Golladay, I don't know if he's out or unlikely, or I haven't heard the latest scoop on him. But if Golladay is going to be unlikely to play, or if he's out, that's their top receiver, and that just leaves him with Marvin Jones and what's his name, Hall. I don't remember his first name, I'm sorry. But Marvin Jones and that dude. But if Kenny Galladay's out and the Vikings look like the team they were last year and like the team they were last week, I would trust the Vikings, and I say that the Vikings should be able to beat the Lions. It's been a long time since I've picked the Vikings to win a game. I'm a Viking fan, but Week 1, didn't pick them. Week 2, didn't pick them. Week 3, didn't pick them. Week 4, I did against the Texans, and they won. Week 5, didn't pick them. Picked them to get blown out, and they lost by 1 in Seattle. Week 6, I picked them, and they lost to Atlanta. And then in Week 8, I picked the Green Bay Packers for a blowout, and somehow the Vikings won. So I hope that doesn't jinx it, but I'm going to go with the Vikings to beat the Lions. They're just the better team, I guess. Next up, we've got the Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans. This could be a good game. How about that Javon Wims punch on Chauncey Gardner-Johnson? What was he thinking? Why do you punch a helmet? That's just dumb. Because won't that hurt your hand more? If any of you in the comments have ever punched a helmet, does it hurt or does it not hurt? Please tell me. But I don't know why Javon Wims would punch Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's helmet. But the Bears are taking on the Titans. Obviously, the Titans somehow lost to the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals kind of clutched up on him. And, I mean, the Bears have been struggling over the past couple games. And my Vikings play the Bears next week. They play them next Monday night. But who am I going to go with on this one? Even though the Titans struggled against the Bengals, I just think that the Titans still should be able to win this game because the Bears have been struggling even longer and even worse. So Javon Wims too, with him out. I know they still have Allen Robinson and whatever, but is he even their second receiver? Who even is their number 2 receiver? Is it Javon Wims? Because Cordero Patterson's not really a receiver anymore. Since the Vikings used him, he is not really a receiver. But I just think that the Bears should be able to take this one. The Titans. Titans should be able to take it. They've dug a bit less of a hole recently than the Bears have, so I'm going to have to go with the Titans. Next up, we've got the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Carolina Panthers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Panthers, who did the Panthers play? The Panthers lost last Thursday to the Atlanta Falcons. And the Kansas City Chiefs, it took a pretty easy win against probably the Jets, I think. Yep. Pretty easy win against the New York Jets overall in this game. Chiefs look like the better option, so I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs. Next up, Seattle Seahawks and the Buffalo Bills. This is going to be a good game. Mark my words. This is going to be a good game. Because Seattle Seahawks are coming off a win against the San Francisco 49ers. And the Buffalo Bills are coming off a win against the New England Patriots. But both teams have a chance at this game. But by the way, I've seen these teams play. And by the way, I said at the beginning of the season the Seattle Seahawks were going to make the Super Bowl. I'm going to have to go with the Seattle Seahawks. And everybody please remember my words. I'm not going to insert the clip this time because I don't feel like it. But remember that time in the NFC prediction video when I said the Seattle Seahawks have a legitimate chance of winning the Super Bowl. I remember that. I actually predicted him to make the Super Bowl. But I predicted him to lose to the Kansas City Chiefs this year. But Super Bowl is a Super Bowl, though. And the Vikings don't see them. So I'm going to pick the Seattle Seahawks over the Buffalo Bills. I just think that the Bills, they went, and then they kind of went recently, and Despite their last 2 wins, I mean, they were against bad teams. I mean, New England is bad now, even though I said they were going to make the playoffs. Forget that. And then they played the Jets, I think. Yep, right here, Bills versus Jets. They played the Jets, and they somehow almost lost. So that's why Seahawks are the better team, so I'm going to have to go with Seahawks. Next up, we've got the Denver Broncos taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The Broncos, let's see what we have to say about the Broncos. So the Broncos, obviously, who did they play last week? Broncos. Let's find Broncos. They played the Chargers, and they won by 1 point. Ha! Chargers fans. I actually know a Chargers fan, so that's why I find it funny. So, they were able to take the win, barely. Broncos held on. Falcons played on last Thursday night. They beat the Panthers. This could be a good game, to be honest. I'm going to be honest. This is a good game. Between the Broncos and Falcons, based on last week's play, I don't know who to pick, to be honest. This is a close one. I have made the decision. I'm going with the Denver Broncos. I was so close to picking the Falcons, but this is going to be my big toss-up game, I think. This is going to be my toss-up. This is the game I think both teams could win. Not Ravens-Colts. I just said the Colts are the underdog team. I just think that the toss-up game of 50-50, I think this is going to be the one right here between the Broncos and the Falcons. But I'm going to pick the Broncos. Next up, we've got the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. The Raiders are coming off... What are the Raiders coming off? Can someone tell me, please? What are the Raiders coming off? Why can't I find them on my schedule? Raiders. Oh, they beat the Browns. So the Raiders beat the Browns, and the Chargers narrowly lost to the Denver Broncos. And let me change the channel because they're not even playing the election coverage anymore. And no channel is even playing the election coverage, so I guess I'm just going to turn off the TV. Okay. Who am I going to have to pick for this one? Raiders and Chargers? I think that based, again, on last week, I think the Raiders have a better shot of winning this game, so I'm going to have to go with the Raiders. Oh, by the way, that game's a Sunday late afternoon one, if I didn't say it. Next up, we've got the Miami Dolphins and the Arizona Cardinals. The Dolphins, what can I say? They've been clutching up recently. Tua Tagovailoa, he's doing really good. He's a star. Watch out for Tua. And the Cardinals, though, they're possibly, if the season ended today, they'd be a playoff team. So, what do I think? The Cardinals are coming off their bye, and the Dolphins are coming off a win, but I forgot who it was against. The Rams. They beat the Rams. Even though Kyler Murray and the Cardinals just had a bye, this might surprise you, but I'm gonna pick the Dolphins. I just think that Tua Tagovailoa, he had an awesome game last week. I think there's just special electricity this year somehow in Miami, and I just think that the Miami Dolphins should be able to pull this one out. I don't know which team's favored, so I don't know if that's considered an underdog matchup or not. But I'm gonna go with the Dolphins on that one. I just got a feeling in the Dolphins for this one. Now we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. So the Steelers are 7-0. I predicted them to not even win their division. But guess what? Pittsburgh Steelers are winning the AFC North, and I'm calling it. I didn't predict them to win the division. I predicted them to actually go 9-7, which they're definitely going to go better than that. But the Cowboys... Cooper Rush is going to have to start. I saw that this morning, obviously. Andy Dalton with the virus, so he's out for, again, and obviously Dak Prescott's out for the season, and no more Ben DiNucci, but we are going to get to have Cooper Rush as the starter from the practice squad, and obviously with a third-string practice squad quarterback, the Dallas Cowboys aren't going to get anywhere, so I'm going to have to pick the Pittsburgh Steelers for this one. Sunday night, we've got the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is actually going to be a pretty good game. So the New Orleans Saints are coming off. What are they coming off? Can someone tell me? I can't read you through the screen, but I'm looking for Saints on my sheet, and I'm really not finding them. Found them. Bears. They're coming off an overtime win against the Chicago Bears. And the Buccaneers, They're coming off a pretty easy win against, I forgot who they played, but I know they won. The Giants. Oh, I'm thinking about the game 2 weeks ago. Buccaneers beat the Giants, obviously, in a close one on Monday. But between this game, I just got a feeling in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I feel like they should be able to pull this one out. Again, I know I had my doubts at the beginning of the season, and I did pick New Orleans, and they did win the first game. But right now, at least, the Saints are kind of having some troubles, obviously. Michael Thomas is out. Emmanuel Sanders is out. They've been having some just troubles along the ball. So I just think that the Buccaneers, or overall, they should be able to take this one, and the Buccaneers can take this game. So I'm going to go with the Buccaneers to beat the Saints on Sunday night. Last but not least, we've got Monday night, the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets. This is a bad game by both teams. The New England Patriots are coming off a loss to the Buffalo Bills, and the New York Jets are coming off a loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. Jets are 0-6 or 7. I think they're 0-7. Well, they'd have to be 0-7. If this is week 9, that means 8 games have been played, and if they already had their bye week, they'd have to have 7. So they're 0-7. They're bad. The Patriots, 2-5, I think. What can I say? I don't know what to say about them anymore, but it's going to be about which team can be less bad. And both teams are going to be bad. But based off record and just because, I'm going to go with the Patriots because the Jets are bad. So I'm going to pick the Patriots to beat the Jets. I just think that on Monday night, the Patriots should be able to take this one because the Jets are bad. On bye this week, again, we've got the Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns, Los Angeles Rams, and Philadelphia Eagles. Those teams will not be playing this week as they're on bye. Those were my picks for the closest game this week. I'm going to pick my closest game this week. Again, I'm going to pick Broncos and Falcons. I just think that both teams should be able to take this game. Broncos can take this one. The Falcons can take this one. This could be a toss-up matchup that I really like watching. The most blowout game is, who do the Chiefs play? They play the Panthers. I don't think I gave it to that one. We're going to give it to Steelers and Cowboys. Obviously, the Steelers are doing really good right now. They're undefeated. And the Cowboys are bad, and they're starting a third-string practice squad quarterback, Cooper Rush. So, pretty easy one. I'm going to have to go with the Steelers with the easy win, obviously. So, those are my predictions. Packers take the win. Texans take the win. Giants win. Ravens win. Vikings win. Titans win. Barely. That could be a close one, though. Again, Bears, Titans, that's going to be a close game. Chiefs win. Seahawks win. Broncos win. Raiders win. Dolphins win. That one, I don't know if it surprises you, but I just think the Dolphins. I just got a feeling this week. Steelers win. Buccaneers win Sunday night. And Patriots win Monday night. And that is going to close it out. So you know what I do? Flipper to the next page, and there is week 10 ready for next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like and check out my last video, just because I've never said that. I'm trying to style a new outro today. Be sure to leave a like and check out my latest video. Obviously, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you next week for the next round of picks. Skol Vikings. Hopefully they can actually take a win this week. And what's actually ironic is I have my Justin Jefferson jersey sitting right next to me. So there's the Jefferson jersey. I don't know if I should have showed that on camera because the video that I got it in, I haven't finished it yet. So if you watch this far into the video, lucky, you kind of get a preview of what one of my videos upcoming soon is going to be. But thank you so much for watching. Of course, be sure to leave a like and check out my latest video. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you next week for the next round of predictions. Vikings should be able to beat the Lions, especially without Kenny Golladay. So we'll just hope they can, and I don't jinx it. Good night, everybody. Have a good day.